All right, welcome back. This should be, I think, right around the time, right before spring break. This is week 7 of mindfulness. So I hope you've been able to incorporate this a little bit each day or as needed, or sometimes, like me, several times a day. That you've been able to maybe start working with some of the clients or even the staff that you're working with at your field placement or at work can become helpful. I actually work at a call center for an employee assistance program, so I do work, all my work is done over the phone, and I can tell you when I have callers who are very upset, crying, emotional, or they're struggling with anxiety, and don't know what to do, I will do some mindfulness with them during the call to kind of get them calmed down. And then it's usually one of the techniques I suggest to them in dealing with anxiety, and a lot of people have found that very helpful. All right, just wanted to give you that feedback, or information I should say. So we have done, as a reminder, first week we did just this moment, where when you breathed in, you were thinking the word just this, and when you breathed out, you were thinking the word moment, or you may have changed it to breath. Week 2, we did counting, where when you were breathing in, you thought the number 1, and breathing out, thought the number 2, or you may have done it breathing in, thinking number 1, and breathing out, thinking number 1. And you did that all the way up to 10, and then came back down. Week 3, and I'm looking at my little cheat sheet here, we did a breathing exercise called What You Need. That's where you were breathing in something you needed and breathing out something you wanted to get rid of. So the example I had given is breathing in calmness and breathing out anxiety. Week 4, we did the tracing, the breath. And that's where you had pen and your notebook, paper, and as you were breathing in, you were moving your pen up, and breathing out, moving your pen down. And the idea of that as well is to not lift your pen or pencil off the page, just kind of one continuous motion. And then week 5, we did our first visualization exercise of the balloons, where the balloons were floating up in the sky and pictured your emotions going with them. And last week we did the waterfall, and that's where you were either by a river or near a waterfall, and your emotions were going over the waterfall or down the river, and you just kind of noticed them and let them go. So those are the ones that we've done so far. And the reason I mentioned all of them as a review is because today, once again, it's going to be a little bit different. You are going to think of what mindfulness exercise you, as an individual, would like to do. So take a few moments, as I get a sip of water here, and think about which one either worked the best for you or what you're feeling like you need in this moment. Go ahead and kind of sit quietly and check in with yourself to see what you need. And remember, there is no right or wrong way to do this. So go ahead and get relaxed. You know the drill. And if you notice sounds around you, just notice them. And also, if you pick one exercise, like I do the just this moment, I may find partway through I've changed it over to maybe breathing in something I need and breathing out something I want to get rid of. That's fine too. Once again, there is no right or wrong. So I'm just going to start us off getting us into breathing mode here. So Dr. Sadtler, if you will get the lights. And go ahead and close your eyes. And breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. And go ahead as you're breathing in. Think of what mindfulness you would like to do, and then breathe out. In and out. And go ahead and start whatever mindfulness exercise you have chosen. All right, and as you can, come on back. Open your eyes. Get readjusted. I know the light's going to come on in a moment, and that isn't always the pleasantest thing. So hopefully maybe process with Dr. Sadtler for a few moments about what it was like to pick your own exercise. And if you haven't had the spring break yet and it's coming up, I'll see you in 2 weeks. If you've already had it, then I'll see you next week. All right, good luck with everything.